Coco. If anybody has any questions for Coco, now's a great time. If you, I know it's like last minute, but if you come up with some questions.
See, now I do remember Circus Boy. Because I was 6 years old and I got to be on the show a couple times. I got some pictures in there of it. And it's very vivid to me. What was most vivid was I'm standing in the craft line, the craft services that feed all the actors, you know, during the show. And I'm sitting there and I'm, you know, literally 6 years old and going, oh my, look at all this food. And I'm going like this and I have people around me chuckling. And I thought I was putting potato salad on my plate. It was horseradish. And I had this huge mound and they're like, oh, I was so embarrassed. It was terrible, terrible thing. Anyway, anybody got any questions? Yeah.
Hi, Coco. This is Fred Dolenz. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Fred. How are you?
I had a question. On the headquarters sessions, there's a great demo of you and Mickey singing both Midnight Train and She'll Be There, which I think is gorgeous and it's wonderful. I hope everybody's heard that. I mean, it's a wonderful performance. I want to know, since you guys went on the road again this year, if you might include either or both those songs in the set.
I have no idea.
Please suggest it to me.
I will suggest it. That's funny because Midnight Train, a lot of people have come up to us and say, well, we love Midnight Train. Because they love that fast stuff that we do together. You know, we do Bye Bye Blackbird, we used to do Boogie Boogie Bugle Boy, and in fact, when I did a cabaret not too many years ago, a couple years ago, Mickey came and supported me, of course. You know, the girls were talking about how he's been so supportive over the years for each one of their endeavors. Same thing with me, you know. And so I did this cabaret, and then he did, and I hadn't really told him beforehand, but here he is eating lasagna and drinking and having salad and all this, and I said, come on up and sing with me, and he went, oh my God. So he came up and did Bye Bye Blackbird and Boogie Woogie with me, which was great fun, but I think people really like it. They love the harmonies, right?
Yeah.
You love the harmonies, and it's so much fun, and our voices are so similar, you know, that it just really goes. And then doing all that real fast kind of stuff, it's like, how do they do that? You bite your tongue a lot, you know, so. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I just told Mickey that I would pay anything if the two of you would do an album together. Would you ever consider doing an album?
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Just sign me up, baby. I love doing Crying in the Rain with him on the, oh my God, that was so much fun. Because again, we used to go down to Malibu and sing, you know, on the beach with his guitar, and we've been singing together for years, you know. And especially Everly Brothers stuff, and Carole King, you know, of course, wrote that. But those kind of harmony songs, I'd love to do one with him if he's, you know, if he's ever got the time, and we've got, absolutely. Put that in mind right now, yes. Thank you.
I can clearly hear your voice on songs like D.W. Washburn.
Oh gosh, yeah. I think Henry Dilt was on that track as well. I remember there was like Chip and everybody.
Right, and
Yeah.
you can definitely hear our Mommy and Daddy, I believe, at the end especially.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now, do you know a list of songs that you have?
Haven't a clue.
No?
No.
Anybody? Rich?
Shorty Blackwell.
Shorty Blackwell, yeah, because I helped him write that one. The thing was that I would come down, because I was living up north at the time, you know, when the show hit, and I would come down and visit every so often into this, oh my God, this vortex of stuff. And if they were recording at the time, which they usually were, because as you know, they would shoot the show all day, then they'd stick them in the you know, studio to do tracks and singing all night, then have to be back at the set at like 6 in the morning. When they were young, they could do that, right? And if I was there at the time, and it was something that needed the background stuff, absolutely, I would think it. But to this day, I don't remember which ones they were. Because again, Mickey's and my voice, we sound so much alike, and we sang all of these songs so much, you know, around the house and, you know, with Peter and everybody, that I'll listen to these old things and go, is that me or is that Mickey? I don't really know. Bobby Hart at once, and I did the Last Train to Clarksville was this promotion thing they did at the very beginning. And I remember being on that with him. And I remember Bobby Hart, and he'll tell you, he said, well, if Mickey ever gets hoarse, we'll just have Coco do his vocals for him. And so I never did, but I did do some backup and stuff. So. Anybody else?
Hi, Coco. Michael, right.
Oh, there you are. Hello, these lights are very, very bright.
Long time listener, first time caller. Got you flat, that's good. I'm just going to make a comment, I'm going to let you go with it. The most underrated vocalist in rock or pop music is Mickey Dolenz. I'll let you kind of
Absolutely.
comment.
I totally agree. Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Absolutely. I've heard my brother, in fact, I've heard him do rock and roll, he does, ballads, he does jazz, and his voice has always been so flexible. And whatever he tackles, he does. And then he goes on to frickin' Broadway, and he's doing, all this stuff. Absolutely, and we all know that. And I don't know anybody else does, but I totally agree with you. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up.
Oh, up front, here comes my Phil Donahue.
Hey, and is David doing a wonderful job or what?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna get you a TV show.
Coco, I saw you in Marion, Ohio, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Hi. And you guys have done such a beautiful job. And the performance that really stuck out to me was your Santa baby. Not only was it funny, the guys with the bald head, but your voice is just beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, how often do you do shows like that? I just happened to hear about kind of by fluke that you were even going to be in Marion. Does your brother do? You and your brother do like Christmas shows?
We have a Christmas show. It's not one of the major things that we think about because, again, it's kind of like family time. And I think that he doesn't necessarily book as many things around there because he's got, and I've got, we got lots of family and stuff, and that's kind of time when you get to see your family and racing off to do a show. But we do have a Christmas show, and David plays Santa, and I changed the words to Santa Baby to, instead of duplex, I think I said Rolex, and what else? I don't know.
iPad or something?
Yeah, iPad.
iPhone.
Yeah, and it says, she says something about, and give me a ring, and she says, and I don't mean a ring on the phone, and I go, and I don't mean a ringtone. Yeah. So yeah, we have a Christmas show, and maybe we'll do it again. I have no idea. Just depends on basically schedules and stuff too. So thank you. Anybody else?
You want to? Oh, I hear one. I see one.
I did not see a thing.
Hi, I'm Charlene,
Uh-huh.
and every time I hear that song Blackbird, it's like I hear it like on YouTube. Every time I hear that song, I'm always singing it.
Oh, good.
And that's just one of my favorite songs from here, Nikki.
No, thank you. Thank you. The story about that is he says our mom taught it to us, and she did. She taught us lots of songs. Unlike the girls here, when we were in the car with my mom and dad and Mickey and I, we all did sing. So I bet you they could if they really tried, but we would sing all the time, and harmonies. And the reason I learned harmonies so well was because Mickey would always sing lead. Of course, he had the guitar, and he's doing whatever, and I'd have to find a harmony somewhere, so it became real, second nature. But Blackbird was like our, even though our mother taught it to us, that was our arrangement that we came up with driving in a car one day for a long period of time, and you'll do this and I'll do that, and thank you, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. People really like that. Maybe we can get him, where is he?
Yeah, get him.
Get him up here to do it, I don't know. I'm going to do a couple songs, but I don't know if he's going to show up or not, so we'll see. Anybody else have any questions? Because we're going to do a couple songs for you too.
Would you like to hear Coco sing?
I want to thank David for putting together our little impromptu group here. Ensemble. You want to introduce everybody, David?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Damian Finelli from the Blue Meanies for joining us. He joined us last year during our Mickey and Peter set, which was really great. Love the Blue Meanies. And John Rajinski from the Monkee Files who made their debut today and were phenomenal. And then there's this Steve
Bruce.
Bruce. Rich Tart! And here we go.
So
Eddie's
we're
already ready.
Huh? I'm ready.